I chose entrepreneurship or economic development as a key interest of mine, purely based on the saying, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for one day. If you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a longer period. But if you unpack the fishing industry and give him the tools to be able to build industry, you feed him for generations to come. The ability to help small businesses with the skills and the insight and the access to market opportunity becomes something that you are not just impacting one person's life, you are impacting their families, you are impacting the people that they employ and the families of those employees. If we look at the role of mentorship in the work that I do, I think a mentor really represents the ability of someone that has walked the walk, that has done something, and someone that you can learn from. In my own journey and career, I always sought out those people that I can learn from. Some of the key elements that came out when I was on seeking others' input was that you have to ask. And people are willing. If you ask, if you knock on the door, someone's going to answer, and people will be willing. I've got a saying that, every interaction, for instance, with a business should be an interaction of value. And I hate wasting people's time. So even when you do have a mentor and a mentee relationship with a business, is the ability to know that you are able to add value to what they are, but also to hold them accountable in terms of what you would want them to do and bring to the table. As a mentor, you need to have empathy. And empathy really speaks once again about being able to put yourself in that person's shoes. And I think in the context in which we find ourselves in South Africa, we are such a diverse country that we need to have that level of empathy towards one another. Where does that person come from? What has shaped their thinking? What has shaped their mindset? Do not prejudge them for decisions that they're making or lack of decisions that they're making. Understand their context, and understanding the context speaks to that element of empathy. And then try and help them seek the answers for themselves. I think for me, one of the critical things is never try and come across as a mentor as if you know it all. Because the expert is the person that's walking that journey. For me, in the entrepreneurship space, the expert is that individual that decided to start their business with the level of conviction that they have and the level of experience or passion that they have. And your role as a mentor is to be able to help them mold the journey, but allow that person to be able to make their own decision. I'm a firm believer of sometimes you're going to have to fail, or sometimes you're going to have to fall, or sometimes you're going to make the wrong decisions. As a mentor, your role is to pick up that person once they've made the wrong decision and still continue walking with them. When you are building that leadership complexity within your organization, there's a couple of things that comes to the fore for me. One is that as a leader yourself, you need to be able to demonstrate what the right things are. So your own behavior and your own ability to really lead by example becomes critical. We don't realize how much other people are constantly watching us as marketplace leaders. And therefore, you need to make sure that you are able to always bring your best. But having said that, the second element for me is the ability to always be authentic. I need to be who I am and who I've been created to be. And authenticity becomes critical because I think people see through the fake image that we could easily portray in order to be the perfect leader. There's no such thing for me as the perfect leader, but it's your ability to be authentic to who you are that counts. So your ability to believe in yourself, but also as a leader, then the ability to believe in others when you see that potential becomes critical. Specifically within the marketplace, we don't take the time out to see what other people are capable of or what other people are able to do, or even challenging others to be able to rise up to the occasion. Once you're able to do that and create that environment where people feel that they can step up, the next thing to do is create an environment where you create the safety nets for them when they do fail. And I think that the final principle for me that I learned also early on is that always try and create leaders that are greater than you. Do not feel threatened by the potential of others. Do not feel threatened by the abilities of others. If you are able to build legacy, and that's almost a leadership legacy, being able to create pathways and opportunities for others that could actually exceed what you've achieved yourself. One of the things that I've always said to entrepreneurs as well is that, our ability to develop you is not just to run good businesses, but it's actually to be good leaders out in society, because you become a voice and you're representing someone else when you are speaking up, when you are doing the right thing. And it's not just for your business, it becomes for the broader society. As a Christian leader or a Christian business leader, part of being able to develop businesses and entrepreneurs is about being able to restore dignity. The word is not just there for edification, it's for being able to also provide dignity to others, because we can preach the word, but if people are living in poverty, if people are living in squalor, if people are living with no hope, the seeds that we sow will only go through the surface. But it's our ability to demonstrate by action who God is and who God is through us. And I think specifically when you speak about the issue or the topic of mentorship, your fruits are seen in those that you have mentored, in those that you have transplanted yourself in. And I think that bears greater testimony than just your ability to share the word.